Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention. Eternally existing, kind umpire of men's miseries and fates, distant cousin of the grim reaper, he is the antic. When retirement beckoned, he refused to lay down and, well, you know. So he got to work, influencing those scribes with a flair for the dramatic. Will Shakespeare is his current project. Titus Andronicus, his favourite play. Though he admits himself, he must have had a senior moment on Merry Wives of Windsor. The title says it all. Can this cockpit hold the vasty fields of France? Or may we cram within this wooden O the very casques that did affright the air at Agincourt? Let us join our master of ceremonies as he reveals some of his finest collaborations. Enjoy.
Let's take a look inside, shall we? Richard of Bordeaux. Shall we bring him alive?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Silence.
What is this place? Where am I?
Enough. Too many questions. Put the box down.
Oh. You hurt me! I'm coming to find you, whoever you are.
Stay in your square. Otherwise, it'll be the worst for you. Name.
What is this?
Name.
Don't you know who I am? King Richard II. Richard of Bordeaux.
Oh, Bordeaux. Almost like a fine wine. I need to borrow you.
I'm not a library book.
Describe yourself in one word.
Ruthless. Strong. And I love nice clothes. Does that count?
That was 7 words. Now let's hear what other people have to say.
he banished my son. Now the spongy, cock-pated clacktish has seized his inheritance. He scoffed at me when I said to him that his rash, hot-headed actions and his wantonness would be his downfall. Methinks I said, I am a prophet, new inspired. Then I died.
So much for that. Richard. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thine eyes.
Well now, for ruthless Richard sails puffed to the top, the whole kingdom dancing attendance in fear upon his every whim, a life led of licentious luxury, is about to turn sour. Richard exiles his cousin, Henry Bolingbroke, for 10 summers, reducing it later to 6. Undeterred, Bolingbroke defies his banishment and returns. Those loyal to Richard, including his uncle York, join forces with Bolingbroke. The people are not too happy either.
What a fall from grace. Rude, misgoverned hands from window tops threw dust and rubbish on King Richard's head. Alack, poor Richard.
Imagine now Richard aside his small band of dwindling, loyal followers, including the Bishop of Carlisle. Richard, for the first time, feels his mortality. Cue monologue. Antic?
Let us sit upon the ground and tell sad stories of the death of kings, how some have been deposed, some slain in war, some haunted by the ghosts they have deposed, some poisoned by their wives, some sleeping killed, all murdered. For within the hollow crown that rounds the mortal temples of a king keeps death his court, and there the antic sits, scoffing his state and grinning at his pomp, allowing him a breath, a little scene to monarchize, be feared and kill with looks, infusing him with self and vain conceit, as if this flesh which walled about our life were brass impregnable. And humoured thus, comes at the last, and with a little pin bores through his castle wall, and farewell, king. Cover your heads, and mock not flesh and blood with solemn reverence. Throw away respect, tradition, form, and ceremonious duty. For you have mistook me all this while. I live with bread like you. Feel want, need friends, taste grief. Subjected thus, how can you say to me I am a king? I love your description of me. Too right, I spend my time laughing and scoffing. You shadows are so entertaining. Now, for the next bit. Richard, can you give me the speech of your life? Bolingbroke's coming to steal your crown. His ally, Northumberland, approaches. Tell Bolingbroke, for yond methinks he stands, that every stride he makes upon my land is dangerous treason. He has come to open the purple testament of bleeding war, but ere the crown he look for live in peace. 10,000 bloody crowns of mothers' sons shall ill become the flower of England's face, change the complexion of her maid pale peace to scarlet indignation, and bedew her pastures grass with faithful English blood. You fragment.
Pigeon egg.
Death token.
Don't make me blush. Oh, Richard, do we care about your petty little life? Bolingbroke would make a far better king.
Oh no, he wouldn't.
Oh, yes, he would. Let's not start that.
Look, how long is this going to take? I've got to get back to my wife and hanging peasants.
How romantic.
I've had enough of this. I'm leaving. I can't move. Hello, you out there! I can't move! Did you hear me? Let me go at once! Let me go at once! Ah! I'll have you hanged at Tyburn for this. Hang so much that your eyes will pop out of your sockets. I'll have you killed over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Hello?
Enough of this prattle, clotpole. The pain's on me. You will not move from this spot until I have revelled in and revealed the best bits of your downfall.
He's a witch. Burn him.
Oh, God. I wish I hadn't brought him to life now.
I'm incontinent with rage.
What a load of verbal diarrhea. What is this?
I charge thee.
Who are you?
I am the Bishop of Carlisle.
Carlisle. I never summoned you. Get back to your play.
I wish to speak in King Richard's defence. He is a man of honour, and will prevent the calamity that will befall this England, this blessed plot.
That was John of Gaunt's speech. Anyway, Henry Bolingbroke, Henry Hereford, whatever you like to call him, will soon be king.
You deranged Fustelarian! My lord of Hereford, whom you call king, is a foul traitor, and if you crown him, let me prophesy. The blood of English shall manure the ground, and future ages groan for this foul act. Disorder, horror, fear, and mutiny shall here inhabit, and this land be called the field of Golgotha and dead men's skulls. Prevent it. Resist it. Let it not be so. Lest child's children cry against you woe. Hello? Hello? Drat is gone. That was my best speech.
Thank God for that. Richard. Richard. Now, Richard, where did we leave you? Ah, yes. You were venting your spleen against Henry Bolingbroke. Did it get you anywhere? Come and meet your worst fear. Your replacement. Henry the Fourth to be.
Oh, God. Oh, God. That ere this tongue of mine that laid the sentence of dread banishment upon yon proud man should take it off again with words of sooth. Oh, that I were as great as is my grief, or lesser than my name. Or that I could forget what I've been, or not remember what I must be now. Swell'st thou, proud heart, I'll give thee scope to beat, since foes have scope to beat both thee and me. What must the king do now? Must he submit? The king shall do it. Must he be deposed? The king shall be contented. Must he lose the name of king? Oh, in God's name, let it go. I'll give my jewels for a set of beads, my gorgeous palace for a hermitage, my gay apparel for an almsman's gown, my figured goblets for a dish of wood, my sceptre for a palmer's walking staff, my large kingdom for a little grave, a little grave, an obscure grave, or I'll be buried somewhere in the king's highway, some way of common trade where subjects' feet may hourly trample upon their sovereign's head. From my heart they tread not whilst I live. And buried once, why not upon my head?
Well, I enjoyed that. Behold, the new man.
Fetch hither Richard, that in common view he may surrender, so we shall proceed without suspicion.
Alack, why am I sent for to a king, before I have shook off the regal thoughts wherewith I reigned? I hardly yet have learnt to insinuate, flatter, bow, bend my limbs. Give sorrow leave a while to tutor me to this submission. God save the king. Will no one say amen? Must I be priest and clerk? Well then, amen. God save the king.
Are you contented to resign the crown?
I? No, I. I must nothing be.
Hello. Have you had a car accident in the last 483 years that wasn't your fault? Still limping after 2 millennia? Are those piles still causing you embarrassment?
Hello. Dempsey's Divine Dough, meeting all your daily needs. Oh, just a moment, let me see my script. I think I missed a bit. Oh, yes. Laugh at her own joke. Oh, we can't do that. Oh, wait a minute, I have to go. Someone's trying to hack the door down with a machete. Oh, it's you. Oh, well, next time come round the front. Health and safety.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Yes, all right, half an hour. But make it quick.
Now mark me how I will undo myself. I give this heavy weight from off my head, the pride of kingly sway from out my heart. With mine own tears I wash away my palm. With mine own hands I give away my crown. With mine own tongue I deny my sacred state. With mine own breath I release all duty's rights. All pomp and majesty I do forswear. My manners, rents, revenues I forgo. My acts, decrees, and statutes I deny. God pardon all oaths that are broke to me. God keep all vows unbroke that swear to thee. Make me that nothing have, with nothing grieved, and thou withal pleased that hast all achieved. Long mayest thou live in Richard's seat to sit, and soon lie Richard in an earthly pit. God save King Harry. Unkinged Richard says. And send him many years of sunshine days. I'll beg you one boon and then be gone. Shall I obtain it?
Ask.
And shall I have?
You shall.
Give me leave to go.
Whither?
Whither you will. So I were from your sights.
Go. Convey him to the tower.
Oh, good. Convey? Conveyors are you all, that rise thus nimbly by a true king's fall. Where's my crown? What are these rags?
I always thought you were a snappy dresser. Paris fashion, we baby. Here we come.
Absolute rubbish. Give me back my crown.
You are now a peasant. A subject.
This game has got to stop.
This is not a game. Bolingbroke has deposed you. You are no longer king. Now you must pay your debts.
How much?
Special delivery, ham and pineapple. Enjoy.
I thought I ordered double cheese and pepperoni.
Damn your double cheese. I wish to speak to my husband. I am the Queen. Richard, where have you been? Is my Richard both in shape and mind transformed and weakened? The lion dying thrusteth forth his paw and wounds the earth, if nothing else with rage to be o'erpowered. Wilt thou, pupil-like, take thy correction mildly, kiss the rod, and fawn on rage with base humility?
My wife.
Richard the tyrant. Richard the big vain baby. Richard the player king.
I've been studying how I may compare this prison in which I live unto the world. Music. Music do I hear? time. How sour music is when time is broken and no proportion kept. You can't do this to me!
And so our tale of Richard of Bordeaux is concluded. Thou know'st 'tis common. All that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity. Until next time.